Hey, the YouTube fans, Mike Palumbo, false impersonation. What do you do? I'm going to explain it to you right here from the beach on a beautiful, beautiful late afternoon. I have a case, and this is typical. This happens a couple times a year. Someone calls me up and says, look, I got a ticket, but it wasn't me. I wasn't driving the car. Someone used my ID. Most of the time, they know who it is. So most of the time, I'm like, well, was it your friend, your cousin, your brother? They know who it is. In this guy's case, he doesn't know who it is. He got a letter in the mail from the New York City court system saying he didn't answer his tickets. Of course he didn't answer the tickets, he didn't know he had them. So he hired me, and I was able to run the plate. The plate came back to a third person. He doesn't know this person. I asked him, did you ever lose your license, physically lose it? He says, no, I never lost it. I have it right here, and I renewed it last year, and the old one I shredded. So this is kind of like scary because someone has his ID. So I went to the 49th precinct in New York City, reported the false impersonation complaint to the police. Luckily, they had it on body cam. They ran a body cam. It clearly wasn't my client. So now they're investigating it. Of course, they're going to go kick the door, kick the trees, and at least in a minimum contact the registered owner of the vehicle, who, if it wasn't him, he knows who did it. I also reported it to the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles. They have investigators there, and they're very interested in this because a couple of years ago, blank licenses were stolen, and they've been popping up as fake IDs. So the main reason I reported it to the DMV was because if my client has his license on him, maybe a clerk at the DMV has a friend that they gave a fake license to and sold them a fake license. They're that stupid to do that. So they might have a dirty employee there. I'm also curious to know, I haven't seen the video yet. I did a FOIA demand for it. The police aren't allowed to show it to me because it's an ongoing investigation, but I get it through other administrative means. I'm curious to see if there's even a good shot of the actual driver's license on the video. If the photograph is one and the same with the driver of the vehicle, the person who falsely impersonated my client, or it has a photograph of my client. I mean, it could have a photograph of my client. They're born about a year apart. It could have just looked similar. The cop didn't realize it. It wasn't one and the same with the driver. But the way you have to defend these, and I do it a couple times a year, you have to defend. You can't. Most people know who did it. They don't want to rat them out. And I'm like, look, unless you're willing to rat them out, I can't help you because I can't pretend this is you. I'm suborning perjury to court. I can't defend the ticket as if you actually did this. It's an identification case defense that we have to assert. And for us to do this, you have any credibility, you need to go to the police, make a report. If you know who did it, you need to give them up. They victimized you. Even if you loan them your license, which you shouldn't do, which is actually an infraction, and could be a crime as well. I mean, I can't pretend it's you in the court. The way we have to do it is defend the case on the identification issue, that it wasn't me. In this case, it's definitely going to get dismissed. I mean, I even spoke to the cop who wrote the ticket. He's going to even move to dismiss it when the court date comes. We got the police report. We got the DMV report. I mean, it clearly wasn't him. I got a police report from another police officer saying I viewed the video. It's not the licensee. It's going to get dismissed, and really, that's all my job is to do. Is to handle the court case. But I mean, someone stole this guy's ID. And he's very nervous over it, as anyone would be, and I'm trying to help him with it. So I'm going to help assist them with the authorities. If they want any more information with us, I'm going to walk them through it. But it happens. If you get a case where you got a ticket and it wasn't you driving the car, get in touch with me. I know exactly how to defend them. I know what to do. You got to be willing to do your part. You got to be willing to report it to the police and cooperate with the police investigation. But I know how to, and if God forbid it's this situation, it's a third person. I mean, someone stole this guy's ID. They have his correct address, correct date of birth, correct driver's license number, correct driver's license ID. I mean, they have his entire pedigree, date of birth, address, everything. So, I don't know what else they're doing. I told them to check the credit bureaus, check with banks, to see if any banks have been opened in his name. But in this scenario, it's a real problem. That's about it for this video. Mike Palumbo, again, if you have any traffic ticket matters, feel free to give us a call. Bye.